y'all, and welcome to today's video. I am so excited because my order from Jolie Beauty is here. I have here the Ethereality palette. I'm so excited. If you've been around my channel for a while, you know I love Jolie Beauty. Their Sorceress palette, their Vampirism palette are some of my favorite palettes in my collection. So when they showed their new release, their new large palette, I had to order it. So it has made its way here. I ordered directly from their site and it is now here in my hands here in Mississippi. So we are going to look at the palette. We are going to swatch the palette and I'm going to create some looks for y'all. And then I'm going to kind of give you my thoughts on the palette, what I think of it. Yes, Heather, that's what sharing your thoughts means. I'm just so excited. Listen, I've been at work all day. I'm ready to play with some makeup. And if you are new here, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, testing new palettes. We are here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave today because I upload lots of new videos every single week. But I can't wait to play in makeup, so let's jump into it. Okay, y'all, like I said, I did order this beautiful palette straight from the Jolie Beauty website. Jolie Beauty is a UK-based brand, and I have always ordered from their site. Like I said, I have two of their other palettes. I love them very, very much. So I ordered this the day it launched. I was very excited for it. This is the Ethereality palette. I do have videos on the Sorceress and a Vampirism palette, so definitely check that out if you're curious about anything else from the brand. But today we're going to focus on this one. Now we have a nice large mirror in here. This is a large palette. Let's see. It draws inspiration from the pastel hues of the most mystical of creatures. I really, really like the note on the back. If you get it, you'll definitely have to read it because I think it's so cute. But we have a nice large mirror and we have a large color story in here with some pinks, some kind of periwinkle shades, purpley shades, blues and greens. We do have some multi-chromes and some pressed glitters in here. Now I'm going to show you a close-up of this palette before I touched it so that you can see what it looks like when it's nice, new, and fresh. And I am really, really digging this color story. Now this is a larger palette. I like small palettes, I like medium-sized palettes, I like large palettes. If the palette is good, the palette is good, whatever the size. And like I said, the other two palettes that I've had from Jolie Beauty, I really, really loved. But let me show you swatches of this palette. It swatched out really, really beautifully. I will say most of the time when I'm trying a new palette, I try to do my eye looks first before I swatch it, just so I can get an idea for the palette. But since I'm already pretty familiar with how high quality the Jolie Beauty palettes normally are, I wanted to go ahead and swatch. I will say there are just a few pressed glitters in here. If you don't like pressed glitters, don't worry, there aren't many in here. But I will say, although I'm not a huge pressed glitter fan, the Jolie Beauty pressed glitters are really nice and I do find myself using those on occasion. We have a different finishes of multi-chromes, mattes, different types of shimmers, like really intense metallics, more on the subtle side shimmers. So you have a nice variety of finishes in here. The palette goes from very light to very dark, which is something I really like, a personal preference of mine. I love when palettes go light to dark, and I love when there's lots of different finishes and formulas in a palette. So you have seen the close-up, you have seen the swatches. As you can tell, my makeup is not complete. I've got everything done except my eyes. So I'm going to prime my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot. I always prime my eyes, no matter the palette. I am somebody with deep set eyes, so I have lots of creases in my eyes, and I also have oily skin. So I always use an eye primer, no matter the palette, no matter the brand. So I'm going to prime my eyes, I'm going to zoom y'all in, and we're just going to play with this palette. We're going to play with it. I can't wait to get it on my eyes. I love this color story, so I'm so excited. I am so excited for these shadows. I want to put every single color on my eye, but I'm like, okay, Heather, what look are you going to create first? And I'm kind of thinking, like, these periwinkles are what really caught my attention with this palette. They're really what pulled me in, kind of these shades over here. So I think that's what we're going to start with. I think I'm going to go in first with this shade right here. This is called I Believe, and I'm picking this up on my MAC Stranger Things brush. The inside of the palette on the mirror, it says Dance with Fairies underneath the stars, and I think that's so, so cute. But I'm just going to place this shade right here. I'm just going to first kind of tap the shade on. When I'm working with colorful shades, and you'll see this like over and over with how I do my makeup in tutorials and stuff, when I'm doing colorful shades, I press the shadow on first and then I go in and blend. That's just how things work best for me. And I will say, I really like that in this palette, we do have very deep shades. Like, we have really intense poppy greens and really bright blues, but there's also some shades in here that are very soft, like this. So if you're somebody who maybe on the day today, you want to wear a very soft look. You don't want something like punch you in the face intense, which I really like. There are enough shades in here that you can create a very soft but ethereal look, and I really like that. For instance, you can just go straight in with this shade like I am. You can pack it on, you can blend it out, because see how beautifully that blends. You can go in with a very light shimmer, throw on mascara, and you're good to go. And you've still got a very ethereal, light, effortless type of look, but it's also still very fun and beautiful. So I'm just blending this out. I like to take my colors up quite high because of my deep set eyes. I like to blend the shadows out to help kind of open everything up. But of course, if you choose to recreate this look, you definitely don't have to bring it up as high as I do, and it won't give you that intense effect that I get either. If you want to keep your shadows like a little bit closer down to your lash line. Okay, now I'm grabbing this palette. This is a Lunar Beauty brush, and I want to go into this shade right here called Realm. This shade that's more on the blue side. I'm going to look down into my mirror, and I'm going to put this right on top of that I Believe shade and a little bit down into the lash line, and then I'm going to fade it. So it's going to go right there on the lid and then faded kind of up. So just right in here and down here, and I'm just flicking the color. Again, you can see I'm kind of patting it on first where I want it. So I'm going to pick some up on the brush, pack, and then lightly blend. This is another kind of light, soft, ethereal type of shade. Very beautiful. These types of shades, both that I've used so far, can also be really pretty to blend out deeper shades. All right, I have these two shades how I want them. Now we're gonna add something a bit deeper. I wanna go into this shade right down here. This shade has been calling to me since I opened the palette. It looks so, so beautiful. And this, I'm gonna keep focused right out here. This is a BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm keeping this, you can see, at an angle, stamping first, and then I will slightly blend after I press the shadow on how I want it. But I'm going to keep it at this angle, and then when I come down here to the lash line, I'm going to lightly put it under the lower lash line, but I'm keeping it right here at this outside corner. So just like that. And then I will go back with the first brush I used with that I Believe shade, and I'll just go back and forth blending so that I have a nice blend right here. No harsh lines, nothing like that. Okay, I'm going back in with a little bit of that I Believe shade, and I'm just going to slowly kind of blend make sure that shade doesn't get lost between these two more blue tones. Just back and forth like this. Okay, now I'm gonna grab this Game Beauty brush and I wanna go into this shade right here. This is called, let's see, Armin, I'm not sure. But I'm going to look down into a mirror like this. Not down, up into a mirror. And this is going on my lower lash line right in here. Okay, I want to go into this multi-chrome right here. This is Fairy Dust. It shifts from like a purple, blue, green, silver type of color. It's so beautiful. So I'm picking up the shade Fairy Dust. This is a BK Beauty 203, and I am going to spray my brush. I just like to spray my brush when I apply shimmers, metallics, anything like that. It's my favorite. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is going all over the lid. All over the lid. It's so sparkly. It's sparkly, heavenly goodness. Oh, I love it. Okay, I love the way that shade is looking. It's making me so happy. All right, we're just gonna do the same thing over here. Just pressing and blending this shade on. Now, before we go on, I want to make sure y'all listen to me. Listen to me. Listen. Are you listening? I don't know, and I'm pretty sure these glitters are not considered eye safe. Do you hear me? Check the website, check the brand, go talk to your mom, do whatever you have to do. You don't want to wear these glitters, don't wear these glitters. Heather, I am not telling y'all to put these glitters on your eyes. I'm not telling you to do anything with these glitters. I am going to put these glitters on my lids. This is not me telling you to do it. This is not me saying it is safe to do it. None of that. This is just me, myself, and I, what I'm going to do. I want to play with these. Listen, I want to play with these. You don't want to? You're good. If you're copying the style look, stop. You don't want to play with the glitter, stop. You don't have to. You look beautiful. You look amazing. You're not wearing any makeup. You look amazing. 10 out of 10. This is just what I want to do. Okay, this is just me, myself, and I want to play with a little glitter because we have a couple to choose from. And I just want to go into this pretty one right here called Starry Eyed. Okay, this is not a recommendation. Don't come for me. Do not come for me. I am going to take a little bit of that glitter and I am just pressing it on with this flat, unearthly cosmetics brush because nobody tells me what to do. Nobody tells me what to do. This is just what I want to do. I'm pressing it on. I'm not using any glitter glue. I'm not using anything like that because I don't want intense opaque glitter. I just want to press the glitter on and let it do what it wants to do. Myself, and I have used Jolie Beauty glitters before. I enjoy them. That is not a recommendation. That is just what I have done. So I want to use these. Okay. There we go. There we go. You don't want to use them, that's fine. You're still going to get a beautiful look. Trust me when I tell you, you're still going to get a beautiful look. But we have all this glitter going on. We have the multi-chrome. We have everything. I want to do a matte inner corner highlight. So I'm going to go in with Moonchild right here. This is a matte white, and I'm going to highlight my inner corner. Okay, so I'm taking the matte white Moonchild. I'm going to dust that right in here. I am going to put on some eyeliner. I'm going to put on some mascara, and then I'll come back. We'll see how the eyes are coming together. I'll tell you what is on my face. I might do a little more blending, but I will be right back. All right, y'all, this is the finished look. I threw on some Kiss Ruffle lashes. I like this. Of course, this right here is just my first impression, my first time playing with the palette, my first look, but I am feeling myself. I'm feeling this look. I think it's so pretty, and I'm already pleased with my purchase. I know I still have a lot of shades to play with. This is a large palette. How many shades did we play with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, only 7 shades. So of course I'm gonna do another look for y'all, but this is the first look. I think it's so beautiful. I feel so great in it. The shadows performed so well. So yes, so far this is the great Jolie Beauty quality that I know and love, and this is my first look. I am going to tell you what other makeup I have though on my face, just in case you're curious. Now I am wearing my Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer, but on top of that I do have my HAUS Labs bronzer. This is the Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer in the shade 7. I'm still testing this out, gathering my thoughts on it. I'm wearing one of my favorite blushes in the entire world, the DIOR Pink 001 blush. I am wearing, for highlight, another product that I'm still in the process of reviewing. This is the HAUS Labs Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighter in the shade Fire Opal. So that's the highlight I have on. My lips are my VIEVE lip liner in the shade Peached with my Give Beauty Screen My Phone Calls Shine lipstick. So that is what I have on the rest of my face today. I am feeling amazing in this look. I'm so excited to play with this palette some more. Honestly, creating this look, looking at the color story, like I just want to create like 1,000 looks. I think this is so pretty, but I love the ethereal vibes that I have going on my eyes. But that's enough of that. This is the first look. Now let's jump into the next. Okay, y'all, we're back to create another look, and this time I'm really wanting to play with these greens over here because we didn't dip into any greens for the other look. So I'm gonna go in with this What's Up Beauty brush. We're gonna go into this beautiful, beautiful light green right here, and we're gonna do kind of like a two-toned crease. So I'm just picking this shade up and I'm going to put it all in here, but I'm not gonna bring it out too far out here. Just picking the shade up and putting it down. I have to say, I do really enjoy the Jolie Beauty mattes. I feel like they're pigmented and they just blend so beautifully. So I'm just gonna keep buffing that shade right in there. Okay, after I've got that shade down, I'm gonna grab this Sugar Drizzle brush, and let me scooch so you can see the whole palette. I want to add some depth. So I think what we'll do is we'll go in with this shade right out here. This one looks beautiful and it's much deeper than the first shade we went in with. So I'm picking that up and I'm just going to press. So when I'm working with colorful shades like this, I like to press the shade on first, put it on like that, and then I'll go back and then I will do little blends to make sure we have a nice blend. But first, I prefer to press that pigment on. Okay, also I wanted to share with y'all that I do have a discount code with Jolie Beauty. I don't make any money off of this code, but if you want to save 10% at the Jolie Beauty site, you can now use code HeatherAustin. I reached out to them. I was like, listen, I'm loving your stuff. Is there any like coupon code you have? So if my subscribers want this, they can save a little bit. So they did give me that code, which I'm super excited about because listen, when I ordered this palette, I could not find a code. I paid full price for it and it's worth every penny, but it's also really nice to save too. So I will link this palette down below, of course. I'll also link everything else I talk about, but I'll put the code HeatherAustin down there too. Okay, now that we have those two shades down, I think they look so great. I'm gonna go in with this multi-chrome right here. This one is beautiful. It almost looks like a green purple type of shift, which is really interesting. It's like green, silver, gray, purple. I don't know. It can be so hard to describe multi-chromes, to catch all the shifts. It's so beautiful, but I've seen a couple of questions. I thought it'd be really easy to just answer them in a video. I take my brush, so this is a Rephr 02, and I make sure that the brush is coated on both sides with shadow, and I will pick up the shadow on the brush is dry, and then I spray my brush with my makeup mist. I put it on my eye. The brush is nice and coated with shadow, so I don't usually have to dip back into the pan, but I do have a little towel down here in front of me, so when I need to go to the other eye, I will rub the brush off just to make sure that it's not wet, because I don't want to put a wet brush into my shadow. I don't want to ruin my shadows. I'm not trying to do that. So I'm going to completely put all this shadow on, then I will wipe the brush off, make sure it's dry, and then I'll go back in and I'll repeat the process for the other eye. I don't put wet brushes into my shadows. I know some people do, that's just my personal preference, that's what I do. But are you seeing that shimmer reflect? It is so sparkly, oh my gosh, very sparkly. Wow, that is really, really beautiful. High shine. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. So I'm just pressing, and then blending. Okay, this is looking exactly how I want it to look. I feel amazing in this, but I want to add some fun to the lower lash line, so I'm going to go in with this true kind of Kelly green. This is the shade called Kingdom, and I'm putting that right up against the lower lash line, blending it in, and I really coated my brush because I want pigment. I want there to be pigment on the lower lash line. So that is looking gorgeous, exactly how I wanted it. I wanted a green look for today. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to use this Sugar Drizzle brush, and I'm going to go into Tink, this really, really pretty light green metallic shimmer shade. And I'm just going to keep it right here on the inner corner. So you see I'm going to bop it right there. It's so beautiful. This is what I wanted today. I want a monochromatic but super sparkly green look. So I'm going to finish off this look with eyeliner. I'm going to throw on some lashes because I'm meeting my bestie today. We're going to have lunch together. We're going to eat some sushi. I'm pumped. I want to look cute, so I'm going to do lashes. I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I will be back. All right, y'all, here is the finished look. I'm into it. I wanted like a green earth fairy type of moment, and I think we achieved that. I'm super into this look. Another win from Jolie Beauty. Another win. They just keep winning. Amazing, beautiful. I love the shades in here. Swatching it, it felt like that Jolie Beauty quality that I expect. Now I've played with the light shades, the dark shades, the multi-chromes, the shimmers, the glitters. Another hit from Jolie Beauty. I'm telling you, this brand, they just keep making great palettes. They keep coming with beautiful color stories, beautiful formulas, beautiful packaging, beautiful themes. I'm here for it. Listen, I love a good theme, and I think they're just killing it. Like, they are doing so amazing. Can't wait to see what they release next. Of course, I will put I will put this palette in a palette ranking. I always test palettes more and more and more, so I will come back, review it even more. At the end of the year, we'll do a huge yearly palette ranking, but I can see this palette becoming a favorite for me. This is really, really beautiful. Love the color story, love my look. Let me tell you what makeup I used to complete this look though, in case you're a little curious. Now, this blush is a black blush. This is Lipstick Queen, and look at this. This is a black blush. I actually made a video for this over on my TikTok. If you want to see me demoing it, definitely follow me there. I'm wearing the JACLYN bronzer in the shade Top Down. I'm wearing my ColourPop Super Shock Heat and Super Shock Cheek in flip-flops. My lip combo is the Sigma lipstick and lip gloss that launched with their new Enchanted collection. I love the Sigma lip products. And once again, I'm wearing Kiss Ruffle lashes. That's how I finished off this look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Do you enjoy videos like this where I take a palette, I do some looks, test it out, show you some swatches? Let me know if you like this style of video. I hope that you will give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you very soon tomorrow in a new video. Bye!